Consider this. Your brain is the most powerful, most complex, and most incredible thing you will ever own. It's like the super-duper command center for your entire body, running the whole show from inside your head. Every single thing you do, from blinking your eyes to dreaming at night, from feeling happy to solving a tricky math problem, is all thanks to this amazing organ. It weighs about 3 pounds, but don't let its size fool you. This wrinkly, greyish blob of tissue is responsible for your thoughts, your memories, your personality, and even your ability to breathe without even thinking about it. It's what makes you, well, you. Think about all the jobs your brain has. It's the director of your personal movie, telling your legs to walk, your hands to wave, and your mouth to talk. It's a giant library, storing all your favorite memories, the faces of people you love, and all the cool facts you learn in school. It's also like a super smart detective, taking in information from your eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin to help you understand the world around you. When you touch something hot, your brain yells, "Move your hand," before you even have a chance to think about it. That's your brain, always working to keep you safe and sound. This incredible control center is protected by your skull, which acts like a built-in helmet. Inside that helmet, your brain is floating in a special fluid that keeps it cushioned and safe from bumps and jolts. It's working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even when you are fast asleep. While you're dreaming, your brain is busy organizing memories, cleaning out waste, and getting your body ready for a new day. It never takes a break because its job is just that important. Without your brain, you wouldn't be able to taste a delicious slice of pizza, laugh at a funny joke, or even read these words right now. So, how does this one organ do so many different things all at once? It's because the brain isn't just one solid piece. It's divided into different regions, each with its own special set of jobs. It's like a big company with different departments, all working together to make sure everything runs smoothly. Understanding these different parts helps us understand how we think, feel, and act. It's a journey into the very center of what it means to be a human being. So let's put on our thinking caps, powered by our brains, of course, and explore the amazing world inside our heads. Scientists like to divide the brain into 3 main sections to make it easier to study: the forebrain, the midbrain, and the hindbrain. Think of them as the top, middle, and bottom floors of a very important building. The biggest and most developed part is the forebrain, which sits right at the top. This is where all the high-level thinking happens. The largest structure here is the cerebrum, the wrinkly outer part of the brain that we all recognize. It's split into 2 halves and is in charge of things like language, memory, problem-solving, and your unique personality. It's the part of your brain that's working hard when you're taking a test or painting a picture. Deeper inside the forebrain, you'll find other important structures. The thalamus is like a busy mailroom. It takes in information from your senses, like sight, sound, and touch, and sends it to the correct part of the cerebrum to be processed. Right below it is the hypothalamus. Even though it's small, it's incredibly powerful. It controls things like your body temperature, hunger, and thirst, making sure your body stays in balance. The forebrain also contains the pineal gland, which helps manage your sleep cycle by producing a hormone that makes you feel drowsy when it gets dark outside. Together, these parts make the forebrain the center for our most complex thoughts and feelings. Next up is the midbrain, the middle section that connects the forebrain to the hindbrain. You can think of it as a bridge or a relay station. It's involved in some very important, but often automatic functions. For instance, the midbrain helps control your eye movements and helps your pupils get bigger or smaller, depending on how much light there is. It also plays a key role in processing information from your ears and eyes, helping you react quickly to sudden sounds or movements. It's part of a larger structure called the brainstem, which is like the stalk that connects your big, thinking brain to the rest of your body via the spinal cord. Finally, we have the hindbrain, located at the very back and bottom of the brain. This is one of the oldest parts of the brain in terms of evolution, and it's in charge of the basic functions that keep us alive. A major part of the hindbrain is the cerebellum, which means little brain. It sits tucked underneath the cerebrum and is the master of balance, coordination, and posture. When you ride a bike or play a sport, your cerebellum is working hard to make your movements smooth and precise. The hindbrain also includes the pons and other parts of the brainstem that control vital, automatic actions like breathing, your heartbeat, and swallowing. If the brain is a giant, bustling city, then its citizens are tiny cells called neurons. These are the superstar cells that do all the communicating. We have billions of them. Neurons are special because they can send and receive electrical and chemical signals, kind of like sending text messages to each other at super high speeds. These messages are what allow you to think, feel, and move. Every neuron has a cell body, long branches called dendrites that receive messages, and a very long cable called an axon that sends messages out to other neurons. This network of connected neurons is what makes your brain so powerful. There are different types of neurons, each with a specific job. Sensory neurons are the reporters. They gather information from your senses, what you see, hear, taste, touch, and smell, and send that information to your brain. For example, when you touch a soft kitten, sensory neurons in your fingertips send a soft and fuzzy message all the way to your brain. Then there are motor neurons. These are the messengers that carry commands from your brain out to your muscles, telling them what to do. When you decide to pet that kitten, your brain sends a signal through motor neurons to your arm and hand muscles to make a gentle stroking motion. Between the sensory and motor neurons, we have interneurons. These are the decision makers. They live entirely within the brain and spinal cord and act as connectors, passing messages between sensory neurons and motor neurons. They are the most common type of neuron, and they are responsible for processing information and figuring out what to do with it. When the soft and fuzzy message arrives from a sensory neuron, interneurons in your brain process it and might connect it to a happy memory, leading you to send a command through a motor neuron to keep petting. This incredible teamwork happens in a split second. But neurons aren't the only cells in the brain city. They have a whole team of helpers called glial cells. For a long time, scientists thought glial cells were just glue holding the neurons in place, but now we know they do so much more. Astrocytes are star-shaped cells that provide nutrients to neurons and help clean up waste. Oligodendrocytes wrap around the axons of neurons to create a fatty layer that helps signals travel much faster. Microglia act as the brain's immune system, fighting off germs and cleaning up damaged cells. And ependymal cells help produce the special fluid that cushions the brain. Without these glial cells, the neurons couldn't do their job. When you look at a real brain, you'll notice it has areas that are greyish and areas that are whitish. These are known as grey matter and white matter, and they both have very important roles. The grey matter is found on the surface of the cerebrum, that wrinkly outer layer, and also in clusters deeper inside the brain. This is where the main bodies of the neuron cells are located. Because the cell bodies are packed so tightly together, this tissue takes on a greyish colour. You can think of the grey matter as the brain's processing centres or computer rooms. This is where the actual thinking, calculating, and decision-making happens. All the heavy lifting of the brain, like processing language, storing memories, controlling muscles, and interpreting what your senses are telling you, takes place in the grey matter. When you learn something new, like how to play a new song on the piano, you are actually forming new connections between the neurons in your grey matter. The more you practice, the stronger those connections become. The famous wrinkles and folds of the brain are there for a very smart reason. They increase the surface area, allowing us to pack a huge amount of powerful grey matter into the limited space of our skulls. If the grey matter is where the thinking happens, the white matter is the network that connects it all. The white matter is found deeper inside the brain, underneath the grey matter cortex. It's made up of all the long, cable-like axons that connect neurons in different brain regions to each other. These axons are covered in a fatty white substance called myelin, which is what gives the white matter its color. This myelin sheath acts like the plastic insulation on an electrical wire, allowing nerve signals to travel incredibly fast and efficiently from one part of the brain to another. Think of the white matter as the brain's superhighway system. It's a vast network of roads that allows information to be sent quickly between the different processing centers in the grey matter. For example, when you see a soccer ball flying toward you, your eyes send a signal to the visual processing center, grey matter. That information then zips along the white matter pathways to the part of your brain that controls movement, more grey matter, which then sends a command down to your leg to kick the ball. Understanding how our grey and white matter work together helps us appreciate the brain's amazing ability to process information and react to the world in an instant. Wow! Studying the brain helps us understand ourselves, and that is a truly wonderful thing.